Doctors warned them not to have a child, but they didn't listen. And then this happened. They suffered from dwarfism themselves but didn't fear getting pregnant. Doctors warned them not to have a child as there was a thin chance of the baby's survival. Their condition acted as a wall between their dreams of starting a new family. But a miracle happened that came as a shockwave to the world. Basically, these star-crossed lovers had physical problems before they ever thought about the social problems they had to deal with. They would be laughed at and made fun of, using names that were harsh and mocking of their little size. Charlie and Colin, fortunately, were resilient enough not to allow such mistreatment to break them. After being married for a while and buying their own house, they made the decision to create a family since their bond was so deep. Naturally, having a child was the next best thing. They tried their best, but they had trouble becoming pregnant. Not only did Charlie's eggs and Colin's semen work flawlessly, but they were unable to have a child, which is one of life's great mysteries. But they weren't prepared for the shocking news they got at the hospital. The doctor expressed serious worries about the child's health and safety and strongly urged them against having children. There was a high probability that the kid would be born with dwarfism since both Charlie and Colin had it. A child's risk of issues was greatly increased if they were born with 2 copies of the dwarfism gene. The doctor stressed that pregnancies with dwarfism have inherent hazards, including the possibility of the kid passing in the womb. Despite the harsh advice, there was still hope. There was a 25% possibility that the kid might receive the dwarfism gene from neither parent, or from one parent alone, and grow up to be an average child without dwarfism. It was a risk, chance, and number game. Charlie eventually found out she was pregnant, which came as a surprise as they had mostly stopped trying. The pregnancy went successfully, and Charlie ultimately gave birth to a stunning baby girl called Tilda, who had achondroplasia, the mother's form of dwarfism. The pair welcomed Tully, a girl who also had achondroplasia from her mother, as their second child less than 2 years later. Charlie opened an Instagram account following Tilda and Tully's births to document their family's experience. As a result of the widespread attention their tale received, they attracted a large following of supporters who commended their bravery. Charlie posted about happy and sad times in her blogs. She was honest about the difficulties of being a parent, including times when she felt pressured and exhausted. Despite the ups and downs, she showed confidence in her ability to be a mother to her children. Charlie and Colin made the decision to try for another child after receiving encouraging feedback from their fans. They conceived and shared their pregnancy's ups and downs on social media. But everyone was astonished to discover an unexpected turn of events that awaited them. Their third kid, who did not receive the gene from either parent, was born totally free of dwarfism. Charlie, Colin, and their fans were shocked by this surprising result that went against the odds. Surprisingly, even the medical professionals' testing revealed that the third child carried no evidence of the dwarfism gene in his body. This discovery demonstrated that failure is seldom unavoidable, even in situations where it felt like the cards were stacked against you. Charlie responded to the doubts and criticism they had over their choice to have children in spite of the likelihood that they would be born dwarfs on social media. She recognized the complex nature of the choice and the particular difficulties it presented in defying social norms and medical advice. In addition to their 2 healthy dwarf children, Charlie and Colin also produced a third kid that was dwarf-free. Their narrative showed that amazing things can happen even in the face of overwhelming obstacles.